Hey, so I forgot to film an intro. So this is gonna be my photocard, or not photocard, my K-pop collection update. I feel like the last one that I did was at least like 3 years ago. It might have been 4 now actually, because I'm always too lazy to do these because it's a lot. I'll show you at the end what my shelves look like, but it's a mess. I still haven't put anything away. It's giving me so much anxiety. Like, I can see my shelves right now and it's awful. But yeah, so this is everything except for photo cards. So albums, light sticks, season's greetings, albums, light sticks, season's greetings, photo books, special packages, stuff like that. Yeah, like DVDs also. I don't do posters because all my posters are put away. I don't have any posters up on my wall right now. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So everything except for photo cards, like I said. And then soon I will film the photo card video. Actually, I don't know. Maybe I'll wait till like the endish of the month just so I can add more stuff in my binders. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started on the video. I filmed like several different clips, and it was filmed between like 7-ish days, but like within the entire month of November, I guess, because I would film something, then I'd get lazy, and then I'd film something, then I'd get lazy, but I eventually finished it. So the beginning's probably gonna be like my ults, so Cosmic Girls, Pristin. I don't have any Hanapia stuff. After School, The Boys, Stray Kids, Gravity, and I guess we're counting Lunar Solar there because they are in my alt binder right now. And then after that, I get into like the groups with like notable collections, I guess. So groups that I have a lot of stuff for, or groups that I'm like I still really care about. Not that I don't care about some of these groups, but I'll explain later on in the video because as soon as I finish it, I start just like pulling stuff from my shelves, and there's not even an order. Like for my Pentagon stuff, I like say one Pentagon thing, then I go on and do like a bunch of other albums, and then I get back to another Pentagon album. That's just an example that I remember. But do you realize how much stuff boy groups release? Like, and how little girl groups release? It's kind of sad, but I think I might collect Stacy. So, saying that now because when I film another one of these in like 2024, I'll probably have Stacy albums. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into the video. This intro is over 3 minutes long. For WJSN Cosmic Girls, I have their first mini album, Would You Like? Their second mini album, Secret. Their third mini album from uzzuplay. Their first full-length album, Happy Moment, the happy version and the moment version. Their fourth mini album, Dream Your Dream. I'm not sure, I don't remember what the album or the version names are, but I know this is 1, 2, and 3 in that order. Their fifth mini album, Would You Please? And then again, it's in this order. And then their sixth mini album, Would You Stay? And then it makes a picture, not really a picture, but if you connect it, it says WJSN. Their first special album, For the Summer, and then it's version 1, 2, and 3. Their seventh mini album, actually the numberings for these are kind of confusing because some people consider this special album to be like a mini album instead of a special album. So if this was 7, this would be 8. So their 8th mini album, As You Wish. It's in this order for the versions. 9th mini album, Neverland, so version 1 or chapter 1, 2, and 3. And then uzzuplay Chocomi's first mini album, Humph, the ribbon version and the candy version. From uzzuplay, I have a Sola signature and a Sheni signature. For Happy Moment, I have a Sola signature. And for Dream Your Dream, I have Dayan, Yoram, You can't really see hers because she should have signed in silver. And then I have Subin. Yeah, it's Subin's. For non-album items, I have their first light stick. I don't have the strap on here because I like to keep it standing on my shelf, and it just stands better like that. I have the mini keyring for their first light stick. And then I also have the second generation light stick. I did not unbox this because honestly I was just too lazy to. I didn't feel like it, but I do have it. Does it still have it? Okay, so it doesn't have the batteries in it, so I can't show you, but it lights up the same. It's just, this is different, and obviously the hilt is different. I have the 2018 Season's Greetings. I have the 2019 Season's Greetings. It doesn't fit in the frame. And I also have the 2020 Season's Greetings. As of the time I am filming this, their 2021 Season's Greetings has not come out yet. It is currently November 20-something, so it's coming out next month. And then lastly, I have my the first photo book. I have the Persona On and Ego Off versions of their first photo book. They're also too big to be in frame, but yeah, that's my entire WJSN collection right now. For my Pristin collection, I have both versions of their first mini album, High Pristin, the Prismatic and Elastin versions, and then I have both versions of their second mini album, School Out. I have this in version and the out version, and then I have all 6 covers of Pristin V's first single album, Like a V. So this is the group cover. This is the front. The individual covers are actually the back. So there's the group one, and then I have Nayoung, Roa, Unu, Rena, and Kyokyo. I don't have any Hanapia items because there's only one promo album and I have not been able to find it for a decent price. And when I do find it, I am broke. So that's just going to be something that I'm going to keep on working on trying to get. I forgot to include that I have an all member signed copy of High Pristin for my after school collection, and they are my ultimates of ultimates of ultimates of all time. I have their first single album, New Schoolgirl. I keep this in the plastic just because it's very, very flimsy, and I don't want it to get more damaged than it already is. It is a secondhand copy, so it's not in good condition. That's why I keep it in the plastic. And then I have their second single album, Because of You. Their third single album, Bang. A signed copy of their first full-length album, Virgin. This is signed by, oh my gosh, was it Reina? I think this was Reina. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this was Reina. I'm not very good with signatures with anyone, so if I'm wrong, this might be Kahi, but I'm pretty sure it's Reina. I have their fourth single album, the red and the blue versions. These are technically different albums because they're subunits, but they're the fourth single album, so I just consider them to be the same album. They have different track lists, is what I'm saying. Their fifth maxi single, so this is technically their first mini album ever, Flashback. And their sixth maxi single, First Love, so this is Jungha's cover. And then I have Juyeon's cover, and She Is My Bias. And then I have Nana's cover, so I'm missing 5 more covers. For their Japanese discography, I have all 3 versions of the Bang Japanese version. I have this version of their second single, Diva. I have the CD only version, the CD only version of their first Japanese album, Playgirls, the CD DVD version, and then this limited version that comes with the DVD of their concert and playing cards. I have this version of Lady Luck Dilly Dally. I have the regular version of their 5th single, Heaven. I also have version B, which has a photo book. I'll take them out quickly. So Jungha, Juyeon, Yui, Reina, Nana, Lizzie, Ian, and Cotton. Then I have the CD-only version of their 6th single, Shush, the CD-DVD version, the photo book version, 3 Mumo CD plates. I have Jungha, Juyeon, and Cotton. So I'm missing 5 more members. And then I have a Mumo version of their 2nd Japanese album, Dressed to Kill. There's actually not a CD plate in here. This is the same thing. There's not a CD plate in here because I keep them out. And then I have Juyeon and Lizzie. I have the regular CD only version and the CD DVD version. Then for Orange Caramel, I have their 1st mini album. I have their 2nd mini album. And then this is technically their 1st physical single. No, that's a lie. This is their 2nd physical single because Bangkok CD came first and I don't have that one yet. But I think they classify this as their 3rd single. I have their 1st full-length album, Lipstick. Okay, so this is the 3rd single. I don't know why I said that about Shanghai Romance, but this is the 3rd single, Catalina, and their 4th single, My Copycat. For Japanese releases, I have the CD-only version of My Sweet Devil, and then I have these 2 versions. I am not sure which one is which. I just know they both come with DVDs. One of them is a music video, and one of them is live. And then I have the photo book version, and then I have their 2nd Japanese single, Lipstick / Lamino Love Song. Okay, so they're pretty much all the same in the back, but here are the fronts. I have this version, which is the Lamino Love Song version, this version, and then I believe this one is just a regular CD version. And then for Happy Pledis, I have their 1st single. This is just an after-school release. I don't know why this was considered Happy Pledis, but I have the 1st single, Love, Love, Love. And then technically this is actually Happy Pledis, but I consider it to be an after-school item. So this is the 2nd single, Love Letter. This also has Sundambi, Shion from Preston, and New East, and some 17 members, and some members that are no longer under plays. I don't know what happened to them, but they were supposed to debut in Tempe. Then I have Kahi's 1st mini album, Come Back You Bad Person. I don't have her 2nd mini album. I don't know how I'm gonna get that because I can't really find it anywhere. Not that I'm really looking, but still missing that. And then I have Reina's 1st single album. What is this called? I'm sorry, I don't know what this is called. But yeah, that is my complete after school collection right now. It's obviously not complete, but that's all I have. I'm missing quite a bit of Japanese items. And then for Korean stuff, I think I'm only missing the 1st Love covers and some Orange Caramel stuff. Bangkok City, I feel like, is the only one that I'm missing. And Kahi's 2nd mini album. But other than that, just Japanese stuff, and then I'm done. I forgot to film this the other day, but this is Orange Caramel's 1st essay book. And then that's it for my Orange Caramel collection. So before I get started on my Stray Kids collection, I just want to apologize because I don't know what any of these versions are. I'm pretty sure all of them, they have been naming their versions like A, B, and C, and I just can't remember versions when they're just like A, B, and C, or 1, 2, 3. Unless it says it on the packaging. So, yeah. So first I have Mixtape, their pre-debut mini album. And then I have both versions of their 1st mini album, I Am Not. If you see any of these sticky notes up here, it's because I started putting sticky notes on someone's face. If you know, you know. If you don't, then it's probably best that you don't. But I never finished because I got tired and lazy. So yeah, that's the reason why I have these on there if there are sticky notes on them. And then there was a sticky note right here. It kind of got caught, but I have both versions of I Am Who. And I have both versions of I Am You. I have the limited version of Miro. And then I have both versions, both regular versions. I have the limited version of Yellow Wood. And then I have both regular versions. I have the limited version of Levanter, and then I have both regular versions. How do boy group collectors just like collect everything? Because I have so much of these, of the boys and the Stray Kids. But I have the limited version of Go Live, and then I have the 3 other versions, and then I have the limited version of In Life, and then I have the other 2 versions, and then I have their first photo book, Stay in London, and their second photo book, Stay in Playground. This one is the superior one, I will say that. And that's it for my Stray Kids collection. For Gravity, I have their first mini album, Season 1, Remember Who We Are, the version 1, 2, and 3. And then I have their second mini album, Hideout, The New Day We Step Into, version 1, 2, and 3. And then I have their first summer package, Come Together, the play version, and the rest version. This one is really beat up because there's not really that much in here, and it just kind of got squished in the box. For the boys, I have their first mini album, the first, and the live version, and the fresh version. And then I have their second mini album, The Start. This is the limited version. This is the ready version, set version, and go version. And then I have their first single, The Sphere, the reality version, and the dream version. I believe those are what they're called. And then I have their third mini album, the no air version, in the air version, and off air version. And then I have their second single, Bloom Bloom. Not sure what version this is, but I also have this version, so I have both. I just don't remember what versions they are. And then I have their fourth mini album, Dreamlike. I know this is the Dreamlike version. I don't remember what this version is called. And then I believe this is the DIY version. And then I have their first full-length album, Reveal. I have this version. I don't remember what these versions are called, but I believe this one is called the boy version. And then I have their fifth mini album, Chase. Yeah, it's called Chase. Okay, so I have this version. I believe this is the Chase version. I covered this up with this. I know there's tape on it. Don't yell at me. This is Hangyeon's thingy. And then I have this one. I think this is the Steeler version. And then I have Hangyeon's as well. And I believe this is the Trick version. And then I have Hangyeon's as well. It's not focused. So, okay, there we go. And then I have their first Japanese mini album, Tattoo. Yeah, so I have the CD version. This one has Hangyeon's cover in it, I think. Because I have 2 of these. One of them is from Shadow 5 Jazzy. Because I pulled Younghoon's cover, and then she got me. Yeah, so this one's Hangyeon's cover, and I have Younghoon's somewhere, I think. I don't know where it is, but it's probably where all my extra albums are, the ones that I am not considering to be part of my collection. And then I have this limited version and this limited version. And then I have an all-member signed version or copy of the set version of the first or the start. And I have another all-member signed version of the in the air version. For Lunar Solar, I just have their first single album, Solar Flare. For Wiki Mickey, I have both versions of their first mini album, Weemy. This one came out a little bit after this one for some reason, but I have both. And then I have all 3 versions of their second mini album, Lucky, the Wiki, Mickey, and Lucky version, and I also have the Kino. I have both versions of their first single album, Kiss Kicks. I have both versions of their second single album, Lock and Lol. It's supposed to be a play on words for rock and roll, so I say lol instead of LOL. It just makes more sense to me that way. And then I have the repackaged Weekend Lol. And then I have both versions for their Dazzle Dazzle postcard merchandise. I'm not sure which version is which, honestly. I got these for the photo cards. I was very happy to be able to find these still like unsealed at my local store, so that's great. And then I have this version of Hide and Seek. I still need the other version. My friend actually got me one of these for my birthday, but K-Town For You sent the wrong version, so I have two of these. And then I don't have either of their newest mini album, New Rules, so I am missing that. For Red Velvet, I have the Ice Cream Cake and Automatic version of their first mini album. I have their first album, The Red. That one was actually the back side, sorry. Their second mini album, The Velvet. Their third mini album, Russian Roulette. I have Yeri's version of their fourth mini album, Rookie. Their special summer mini album, The Red Summer. I have their second full-length album, The Perfect Velvet. The repackaged The Perfect Red Velvet. I feel like this isn't in order, but I have their fifth mini album, Really Bad Boy. And then I have a regular version of Summer Magic and the Yeri version of Summer Magic. And then I have a regular version of the Reve Festival, Day 1. And then I have Yeri's version. And then I have the regular and limited version of Day 2. And I still need Day 3. I no longer collect Red Velvet, but I do want the regular and limited versions of that just to complete this trilogy. And then my Red Velvet collection will be complete. That is, unless I decide to collect them again, though I don't think I will, because I need to try to save money. And I can't be collecting so many people. But yeah, that's it for my Red Velvet collection. For Dreamcatcher, I have their first single album, Nightmare. I have their second single album, Fall Asleep in the Mirror. I have both versions of their first mini album, Prequel. I have both versions of their second mini album, Escape the Era. I have both versions of their third mini album, Alone in the City. I have both versions of their fourth mini album, The End of Nightmare. I have the normal version of their special mini album, Rate of Dream. And I also have this limited, or the special version of it. I no longer collect Dreamcatcher albums, but I do still really like their music. If anything, I really wish I could have gotten their Dystopia Lose Myself albums, because I really love that entire album. And then also the Tree of Language albums, but I don't think they're in press anymore, actually. So that's kind of sad, but oh well. I'm not going to try to go back and get them, but it would be nice if I could. For Oh My Girl, I have their first mini album. I don't remember what this is called, to be honest. I believe it's just called the first mini album, or it's called Oh My Girl. And then I have their second mini album, Closer. And then I have their third mini album, Pink Ocean. And then their third mini album, Repackaged, Windy Day. Their summer special album, Summer Party. I believe that's what this is called, but I don't remember because it doesn't even say on here that it's called that. Their fourth mini album, Coloring Book. Their fifth mini album, Secret Garden. Their sixth mini album, Remember Me. I think that's what this is called. I don't really remember, and I don't know which version is which. Both versions of their first full-length album, The Fifth Season, which is kind of disappointing because I have the same photo book. And then I have the repackaged Bungie. For Oh My Girl Banhana, I have their first pop-up album, actually, not single album. It's their first pop-up album, Banana Allergy Monkey. For Blackpink, I have the black and the pink version of their first mini album, Square Up. And then I believe this is version 3 and version 4 of their first album, The Album. I actually filmed a vlog for this. I didn't post it. I have it unlisted. So we're gonna get into a portion where I don't remember the order for pretty much anything, or the versions for pretty much anything. But I have both versions of GFriend's fourth mini album, The Awakening. I don't know if this is in the right order, but I have their first album, LOL, I'm assuming this is the Laughing Out Loud version, because isn't there like a Lots of Love version as well? I have both versions. I actually believe this is version B. I have both versions of Parallel, their 5th mini album. And I have the repackaged Rainbow. I have their 6th mini album, Time for the Moon Night. And their summer special album, Sunny Summer. For ITZY, I have their first mini album, It's Icy, the It's and the Icy version. And I also have the pre-order It's Different photo book. I have the black version of their second mini album, It's Different. I have Yuna's cover card, and I have the Paris in ITZY pre-order booklet. And then for their third mini album, Not Shy, I have these two versions, so I'm not like gonna try to get the green version, but if I happen to get it, then I'll get it. So for Twice, I thought I had more stuff, but I guess not. I won't be surprised if I miss some stuff though. So I have their first mini album, The Story Begins. I used to have a signed copy of this, but I no longer have that. I have their second mini album, Page 2. I used to have Chaeyoung's limited cover, but I sold that to my friend. I have their first mini album, Twice Coaster Lane 1. I could not tell you which version is which. And I also have the Lane 2 repackage. I thought I had the other version of this, but I can't find it anywhere, so if it turns up later, I'll like include it, but if not, then I probably sold it. I have the pink version of their 4th mini album, Signal. I actually wanted the blue version because blue is my favorite color, but this was the only version Catch-Up CD had at the time. And then I have their first full-length album, Twice-tagram. I don't have the CD in here, but I believe I have Momo's CD plate. And then I have Nayeon stickers right here. I was thinking about getting Dahyun stickers and sticking them on here, but I don't really feel like trading, and I don't think anyone's even trading those anymore. I have their 5th mini album, What Is Love? This is the B version, I believe. And then I have the repackaged Summer Nights. And then I have this version of their 6th mini album, Yes or Yes. So for Luna, I want to start out with the solos. I did have some solo albums that I had before, but I no longer have, so that kind of sucks. But I'm not going to be mad about it because I don't really collect Luna anymore. I might go back and get the members that I still need, but it's not going to be like a priority. So I know I never had Heejin, so I have Hyunjin's solo. I know I never had Hassel, Yeojin, or Vivi, but here is Kim Lip. And then I have Jinsol. Jinsol is my bias in Luna. I have Chetty. I don't have Eve. I used to have Eve. But I have Chu. I have Gohan. And I have Olivia. For the subunit albums, I actually started collecting Luna like seriously after these came out. So I don't have the limiteds. But here is the normal edition of Love and Live. And the repackaged Love and Evil. I did start collecting them seriously by the time this came out, so I have the limited version of Mix and Match. Yeah, Mix and Match. And the repackaged Max and Match. And then I have the limited version of Beauty and the Beat. We will never get this repackage. I really want one though, just so I could have like another one of these. And then for full group stuff, I have I believe this is the normal version of their first mini album, Plus Plus. And I believe this is the limited. And then for version B, I have the normal, I believe, and the limited, I believe. Okay, this is messing me up because I have no idea which version this is, but this is their second mini album, XX. I believe this one is a limited. I'm not sure about the other two though. So I have this one and this one. Actually, I should probably check inside to see which one's version. Oh yeah, I forgot the photo shoots for this are kind of similar, so I don't know which version is which. For Everglow, I have their first mini album, Arrival of Everglow. And I also have an all-member signed copy of this album. And then I have their second mini album, Hush. This one has Xi'an's photo book cover. And then I don't have their third mini album, Reminiscence, but I do have their fourth mini album, Negative 77.82 by Negative 78.29. Forever's on Twitter, we're saying, let's just call this album Antarctica. So, If I ever refer to this album as Antarctica, I'm talking about this. For Gugudan, I have their first mini album, Act 1, The Little Mermaid. I have their second mini album, Act 2, Narcissus. I have their first single album, Act 3, Chococo Factory. And I also have the Kino album. I have their second single album, Act 4, Keith Sith. And I also have the Kino album. I have their third mini album, New Action. And I also have the Kino album. And I have their first subunit, Gugudan Semina, or Gugudan Semina. Their first single album, I think it's just called Semina. But yeah, I don't have the Kino album for this. For Hello Venus, I have their first mini album, Venus. Their second mini album, What Are You Doing Today? Their third mini album, Would You Like Some Tea? So they call this their fourth single, but this is actually the first physical single that they have. So the fourth single, Sticky Sticky. Their fifth mini album, I'm Ill, or I'm Art. Different people call it different things. And their sixth mini album, Mystery of Venus. So they totally skipped their fourth mini album because they called this a fourth single. Don't know what happened with that. For CLC, I have their second mini album, Question. Their fourth mini album, Nuclear. Their fifth mini album, Cry Style. Their sixth mini album, Freeism. Their seventh mini album, Black Dress. Their eighth mini album, Number One. And I believe this is actually their first single, Helicopter. For From Is Nine, I have their first mini album, To Heart. I have their second mini album, Today. Their special single album, From Nine. And both versions of their first single album, Fun Factory. For Unity, I have their first mini album, Line, and their second mini album, Beginning of the End. I think that's what it was called. I have Kang Shiwon's first digital single, Click Click. It is signed, so half of these are signed with her spelling her name with an S, and half of them are signed with her spelling her name with an X. I have one where it's spelled with an S, though I do wish I have one that was signed with an X. And then I have her first mini album, Super Diva. I have i-dle's first mini album, I Am, and their second mini album, I Made. I have Momoland's first mini album, Welcome to Momoland. Their second mini album, Freeze. Their third mini album, Great. And their fourth mini album, Fun to the World. I have IOI's first mini album, Chrysalis. This is just their first, or the regular version. I have their first single album, What a Man. This is just a subunit. I have their second mini album, Miss Me. I have Daya's fourth mini album, Summer Aid. And their fifth mini album, Neutro. I have Chungha's first mini album, Hands on Me. Her second mini album, Offset. I'm not sure which version this is. I used to have both, but I sold one to my friend. Her third mini album, Blooming Blue. And her fourth mini album, Flourishing. I'm not sure if I want to get her full-length album because I don't collect Chungha's albums anymore. I have this version of IZ*ONE's first mini album, Color Eyes. I have the Sapphire version of their second mini album, Hard Eyes. I think this is on here incorrectly. So yeah, that's what it looks like correctly. I have Rocket Punch's first mini album, Pink Punch. I do have the plastic bag for this. I just keep it behind all my albums, so it's not with it. But I have it. And I have their third mini album, Blue Punch. I'm not 100% sure if I want to continue collecting Rocket Punch. I do definitely want Red Punch because Bouncy is one of my favorite songs from this year. I have Cherry Bullet's first single album, Let's Play Cherry Bullet. And their second single album, Love Adventure. I have both versions of 101's first mini album. Ooh, I forgot what this is called. To Be One. Both versions of their second mini album, Nothing Without You. This is the one version and the Wanna version, so it should be like this. I have the Day and Night version of their third mini album, I Promise You. Sorry if that was not focused, but I don't really want to go back and refilm it. I have the Triple Position and the 101 version of their fourth mini album, Undivided. And then I have both versions of their final, I think this is just a full album. Yeah, their full album, Power of Destiny. I don't have a sleeve for this one. I mean, I do, it's just not Jaehwan. I forgot to film this part, but this is Jaehwan's solo photo book from 101 Summer Package. This was a, I don't think this was a gift. I think I actually bought it from Shawo 5. I have this version of X1's first and only mini album, Quantum Leap. I have Samuel's first mini album, 16. I have a signed copy of Jaehwan's first mini album, Another. And I also have the other version. And then I have both versions of his second mini album, Moment. This is very crooked. Hyungsup and Uyoung. I'm sorry, I forgot how to pronounce his name, so I just spent like a couple minutes trying to pronounce it. I have their first mini album. I have both versions of JBJ's first mini album, Fantasy. Both versions of their second mini album, True Colors. And their final album, New Moon. And then I'm not sure which one is which, but I have both versions of their JBJ 95's first mini album, Home. Both of these were a gift from Shawo 5. I have Donghan's first mini album, D-Day. Totally knew what that was called. And his second mini album, D-Night. I was debating on whether or not to consider this part of my collection, but it has Shihyun in it. So I have Lungwa and Shihyun's first single album, The. And then I have another gift from Shawo 5. I have We in the Zone's first mini album. And then we have MXM's first mini album, Unmixed. Second mini album, Match Up. I'm not sure which version is which anymore, I'm sorry. And this version of their first album, More Than Ever. For AB6, I have their first mini album, Be Complete. I have this version, and then I think this one is the second version. It's all member signed. And this one, which is the third version, I believe. And then I honestly could not tell you which version is which, but this is their first album, Sixth Sense. Okay, for 17, I know I'm gonna mess up the version, but here is their first mini album. Yeah, first mini album, 17 Carat. The Hyde version and the Hyde version and the Seek version of their second mini album, Boys B. The Love and Letter version of their first album, Love and Letter. And then I have the special edition repackage of that album with Aju Nice in it. I dropped this when I was like grabbing it from my shelf, and the entire box basically like disintegrated. Like this came out of this box and like the entire thing came like unassembled. And then I have the Make a Wish, Make It Happen, and Make the 17 version of their third mini album, Going 17. I don't know which version is which. I mean, obviously it says which version, but I don't know what order they go in. But I have the Alone, All One, and All version of their fourth mini album. What was this called? Okay, well, I forgot what this is called, but that's the order that it should be in. And then I have the white version of their second album, Teenage, green version, orange version, RS version, the plot version of their special repackage, and the sunset version of the special repackage. And then I have this version of their fifth mini album, You Make My Day, and this version of their sixth mini album, You Make My Dawn. And then for 80s, I no longer collect them, but my friend did say she wanted to give me their latest album. I'm not sure if she's still gonna do that, but yeah, I have their first mini album, Treasure, Episode 1, All to Zero. Their second mini album, Treasure, Episode 2, 0 to 1. Their third mini album, Treasure, Episode 3, 1 to All, the Illusion version and the Wave version. I don't know which is which, but this is their first album, Episode Final, All to Action. I also have the special first anniversary edition of this album. So for NCT, this is just going to be in size order because there's subunits and all that kind of stuff that is kind of annoying to organize. So I have NCT Dream's first single album, NCT 127's first mini album, Fire Shock, 127's third mini album, Cherry Bomb, NCT Dream's first mini album, the Reality and Dream version of Empathy, 127's second mini album, Limitless, and 127's first single album, Regular Irregular. For Monsta X, I'm gonna try to do my best to keep it as like in order and in version as possible. So I have their first mini album, Trespass. I have the official and secret version of their second mini album, Rush. The lost and found version of their third mini album, The Clan Part 1. I have the guilty and innocent version of The Clan Part 2, Innocent. This is their fourth mini album. I have the beautiful, brilliant, and beside version of their first album, Beautiful. And then I have the repackaged version of that. So this is the repackaged Shine Forever, and this is the Shine Forever version and the complete X-Clan version. And then I have the Decode and Protocol Terminal version of their fifth mini album, The Code. Then I have version 1, 2, 3, and 4 of the Connect Deja Vu. I have both version 1 of their second album, Take 1 and Take 2. We Are Here's Take 2, and Are You There's Take 1. And then I have their latest mini album, which was a gift from Shower 5. A lot of my albums are actually gifts from Shower 5. I don't like say all of them, because I don't remember some of them, honestly, because there's so many. But this is Fantasia X. They say Fantasia, but I'm American, so I'm just gonna say Fantasia. So back then, I was like deeply collecting Monsta X. So first, here is their first Japanese single, Hero. I just have the regular CD version. Their second single, Beautiful, same deal. Third single, Spotlight. And first album, Peace. And then this was a gift from Shawol 5. It's their first American album, All About Love. This is version 4. The last Monsta X album I bought with my own money, I actually pre-ordered this, is I.Am's version of their first American album, All About Love. Okay, so we're gonna get into like the miscellaneous portion of my collection video. So this is just groups that like don't really fit in or don't really have that many albums. I know I do have some groups that only have like 1 or 2 albums in the section before, but like I just didn't really feel like I wanted or needed to film a separate section just for these groups. And that's not like, not to knock on them at all. It's just that they're no longer any type of priority for me, which sounds really bad, but it's just how it is. They're not priority anymore. And like, I've been filming for like over a week now. It's basically been like a month, but I've been filming here and there. But yeah, so let's just get started. Girls' Generation second mini album, Genie. And then before I continue, I am just going to say that none of these albums are in any type of order. They're just however I pulled them from the shelves, because my shelves are a mess. I will show you at the end of this video. Nothing is organized anymore. It used to be color-coded, but ever since I started filming this, they've just been an actual mess. So they're just going to be shown in whatever order that I pulled them. So here is Lovely's Loveliness, Rainbow Prism, 9 Muses, Love City, Pentagon, their second mini album, I forgot what this is called, their 6th mini album, Demo 2, no, this is their 6th, I think this is their 5th. Girls' Generation, the first mini album, G, this is actually my first K-pop album ever. Day 6, Sunrise, Card, Right on the Wind, TXT's first mini album, The Dream Chapter Star, I'm not gonna call them Tomorrow by Together, that's way too long. GOT7, Just Right. This is probably still my favorite GOT7 title track, to be honest. Pentagon, Positive, their 6th mini album. I believe this is the Serenity version of Flight Log Departure. FX, first mini album, New ABO. So this is not an album I consider to be part of my collection anymore. I just don't have space to put it anywhere else but my shelves. So iKON's first album, Welcome Back. Wonder Girls, Wonder Party. This is another album that I don't consider to be part of my collection, and it's just on my shelves for more, I guess I don't really have a reason to not have iKON to be part of my collection, but this is just like moral reasons. Yeah, this is that. I wouldn't even say what it is. Day 6, Moonrise, I don't know which version this is. GOT7, 747, I don't know which version this is. The vertical version of GOT7's 4th mini album, Mad. Miss A's first single album, Bad But Good, this is a triangle. EXO, KXOXO, Girls' Day's first album repackaged, Female President, Nine Muses, Identity, Card's first mini album, Ola Ola, Nine Muses' fifth mini album, Lost, Pentagon's fourth mini album, Demo 1, Pentagon's first mini album, Nine Muses' second mini album, Wild, 21's first album, To Anyone, Pentagon's third mini album, I don't remember what this is called, 4 Minutes second mini album, Hit Your Heart, B2B second mini album, Press Play, Girls' Generation's fifth, I'm pretty sure it's their fifth album, the You Think version, Card second mini album, You and Me, Shiny second album repackaged, Hello, Teen Top Class, Boa first album copy and paste, or this is not her first album, what the heck, this is their sixth album repackaged. XOK Mama, Dalmatian's first mini album, Dalmatian, this version of Day 6 Moonrise, Two Heart Harvest, or not Two Heart, what am I saying, Two Yoon Harvest Moon, this version of Icon's first album, and their debut half album. And the last album on here is Golden Child Goldenness. I thought I had their first mini album here somewhere. I guess not. I forgot this album on the shelf. It's FX's second album, Pink Tape. But yeah, let me go show you guys my shelves. Okay, so it's actually been a few days since I finished filming my collection update. This is the state of just my alt shelf. It's a mess. Don't mind those as in my posters, and then like this is where my color-coded stuff is. I just have my light sticks here right now, and I have something here that I don't want to reveal yet. If you saw it, you saw it. If you didn't, oh well, don't go back. I have my rainbow shelves right here usually. Right here I have, my jewel cases and stuff. And then right here I have, okay, ignore that. I don't have a bug problem, I promise. It was just like this one time where there was a moth. So I took that and I haven't put it away. It's been months since that happened because I'm lazy. And that's just an extra hand sanitizer I use for like when I do photocard stuff so it doesn't get oily. And then there's a mask that I made. I don't use it. It's not very good. And here's like my pins that I sell for my shop, but that's not the point. Anyway, so this is my black and white shelf. I usually have my big stuff here, so like Season Street, like this stuff right here, usually goes right here. So this is kind of stressing me out. Sorry if this is blurry, it's kind of dark, so it's not really picking up that well, but yeah. I hope I could reorganize this by the end of the month, but if not, I wouldn't be surprised because I'm very lazy. But yeah, my next video will probably be a photocard collection update, and I don't know if I'll do anything else for the rest of the year, but yeah, thank you for watching. I'll see you all next time. Bye.